Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurazo here, come at you guys with another 5 cards to have in your trade binder for August. Now, the goal was I think like 100 likes or 90 likes or something on the last video, and while we barely touched it, we did. In yesterday's live stream, someone actually reminded me, hey, I love this series. When's part 2 coming out? And I'm like, oh yeah, they hit the like goal. I owe them a part 2 this month. So shoutouts to the people in my live stream for reminding me what to do, because obviously I can't remember. Jokes aside though, we got another 5 cards on your trade binder. You guys are going to love this. If you guys don't know what it is, I tell you 5 cards, why to buy it, go into depth with it, how many copies, all of that. So this is kind of a what you should be picking up and why, but a little more in-depth essentially. Now, if you choose to buy any of these cards, use my link down in the description below. It helps out the channel to no additional cost to you, and that's not just for Yu-Gi-Oh! It could be anything. Remember, not a financial advisor. Also, check out Whatnot. Use my link to register. You get $15 on your next purchase, and there's Yu-Gi-Oh! And more card games and other awesome stuff there, so you're gonna want to check them out. Tap your cards, use code SOCKET for 5% off, and we're just gonna get right into this here. Blackwing, Elephant the Raven, Ultimate Rare. Now, why do I have this card of all Blackwing cards to pick up? Is it because it's on low on listings? Is it because it's a Blackwing card? So, and Blackwings, you know, they always go kind of crazy. No, it's actually because people are actually experimenting in Vayu Turbo with this card, because people are like, you know what, we want Vayu Turbo to be a little bit faster, because the deck has definitely, I'm not going to say showed its age, but it's definitely felt a little weaker, at least to me. And Elephant the Raven here, you're able to use your Vayu plays, and if you're able, and you're able to normal summon this if you control a Blackwing with no tributes, which is quite nice actually. So this isn't always like an extra Garnet. And when you summon it, you change the battle position, so it helps you get over a card. It's definitely not a bad card at 1. It's definitely something I do definitely want to test. Right now, these are 10s, going up to $26. Personally, that's a little too much for my blood at $27, but these unlimiteds at $10 are pretty nice. That's what I'm going to kind of say about this card. And as you guys see here, there's been quite a bit of purchases here. People are really trying to experiment with this in Vayu Turbo. You do have the secret rares as well. 36 listings. You got dollars here. You got a set here for 6, right? Definitely goes up a little bit, but there's not many listings. And remember, this is not a card that people have in their bulk, and people do love how these older tin cards look. Funny enough, was a topic on my live stream. If you have not watched the live stream, by the way, it's about an hour and a half long. There's so many awesome cards we go over in that Mark Watch. A lot of funny comments. Go check it out. I live stream every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. Sometimes I skip one every month, but usually when a set's coming out, I also give a case opening, so you guys still get 4 streams a month. But the secrets are pretty good as well. For the ultis, I would definitely pick them up at an appropriate price. I would not want to spend closer to 30 on something that is not, if it's anything lower than light play and it's not first, definitely not. I definitely think this is a card that you're kind of catching the back tail of at this point. Granted, these were always like 7s, 8s, so yeah, they went up a few bucks for an old ulti, but if it's actually played in Edison and it's used as a viable option, this is the highest rarity. We all have seen cards like Dasher, even for like modern play, and that was kind of a Garnet. That was a $12 ulti, went up to 140, right? And this is an old format where people are going to want the highest rarity for the time, which is Elephant. So you're not going to have to worry about this crashing down. Definitely a card I would get. The secrets you could definitely get multiple copies of. Little penny stonks, all that. Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare. Now, this is not for Edison. This is for hat format. Now, I've always loved this card, and before we had Solemn Strike, I've always told people I love this card. I used to play it a lot in a lot of my decks. I've always thought this card was amazing. But in hat format, it's cracked because it's basically like playing Solemn Strike, right? Very strong card to use. Your OGs are about $1 right now, but they can easily go up. The ultis have gone bought out recently. We could see this at a 5-6 as a 5-6 star card quite quickly, and I'm seeing how it's original print, lower listings. It does have commons, but I would definitely grab a place or two while you can. Dandelion secret rare from Speed Duel GX. This is not only for Edison, but actually Tengu format. And right now, this is about 3.5, going to about $4-ish here. These were 2.5, 3 last time I went over them in a market watch. And the reason why I think these are very solid picks is not only is this card getting steadily increasing when it comes to buys, but we know that since Konami has paused Speed Duel, I don't think it's going to come back personally, but who knows? It won't come back for a while. They're definitely going to want to get these copies out there because they're like, hey, we don't know when we're going to do this. We want to sell this product. We're not going to be reprinting much of this sealed, meaning that the listings we have now, if they start kind of disappearing or being low for too long, this card can easily shoot up. A lot of people want their higher rarity card for older formats. The Speed Duel Secrets, some people prefer it over the OG Secrets. Granted, I think a lot of people are going to want to play either the Legendary Collection Secret, which I personally have and I absolutely love, or the Ulti, or possibly the Shonen Jump. I don't think the old school players are going to look at this copy and be like, oh, this is the one I want to play. But a lot of the newer people coming in will, especially at the price tag it is now. It's also a banned card, so the hype around it coming back, which we don't think this card is going to come back, but I always look at a ban list as a when, not an if. It's going to make you a lot. It's always good to have at least one copy of every banned card. That's what I always say. Either when it comes off, you have your copy, or you move it to get the cards you want, right? $4 here for your copies. Definitely not a bad dandelion to get, especially because the other lower rarities are like golds and commons. So this is actually pretty good for less than $5. The fourth card I have here is Snatch Steel. Now, Snatch Steel secret rares right now are about $1 something up to $2. This is a card that not only is it limited, but it's definitely a card that could come in and out as a staple card in the game. This is also a secret rare, and as we've seen from like a lot of Legendary collections like Kaiba, all that, a lot of these cards that were like $1, between $1 and $3 that were secret of an older card, have gone up to like 8 to 12 constantly, right? Like I remember when I got my secret rare delinquent duo from Legendary Collection Kaiba, it was $2-3. I was happy. I had it for my band binder, and that was it. And then fast forward 2 years later, guess what? It's not just double digits, but it's $20. And if I actually grabbed a few copies, I mean, I could have paid my internet for the month, right? I could have paid the electricity. I could have traded for like, a cheaper deck to play at locals, right? Pretty awesome, right? And I think the same thing can happen with Snatch Steel since it has a QC. It's kind of saved from all of this, like, oh, we're gonna reprint this 7 times or 3 or 4 or 5 times, right? And this is a secret rare, so there's not really a way they can reprint. Any high rarity of this card is either the very rare versions to get like Dark Beginnings, the QC, and that's kind of it, right? So definitely a card that at $1 or 2 can easily go up. And remember, it could see play back in the metagame as well, because you're literally just taking a monster. Instead of mind control, you're playing this, and let's be real, this is better than mind control because you can attack with the card, you can tribute the card, you can activate their effects, right? So definitely the card you're going to want to go to. I think that this card that's going to age like fine wine. Now, the last card I have here is number 11, Big Eye. So I have 2 copies here. I have the Ulti, which is about $55-60 here. Then I have the secret right over here. Now, why should you grab this card? Well, the thing is that when you look at Zexal format, either you look at Hat or you look at kind of True Draco format. And a lot of people look at both and they're like, hey, you know what's a staple? Big Eye. And if that format ever pops off, which it is gaining a bit of traction, people are going to want the highest rarity for the time. Now, if this becomes a QCR and Bonanza, I mean, so be it. The Ulti is still cheap enough where the price won't be affected too much, and it can easily rebound here. Now, this card is going for, again, $55. OG Secret's about $10, going up to $13. I think the Secret's good to grab too, but if you want to wait for Bonanza, just in case they put it in there, we just got a secret rare in chapter 1, so it'd be really stupid to reprint it in 7 rarities, but you never know with Konami, right? But these OGs, people are going to want these two, even especially because this is a number, so people are going to want the highest rarity number. And when it comes to these Zexal number cards, people will always gravitate towards the Ultis rather than the secrets, because the Zexal foiling looks great, the cards are more expensive, it's considered higher rarity, and when you think about numbers, you don't really think about QCRs, because a lot of them came out in Zexal era, and afterwards. The large majority, like 95% of numbers, came out before QCRs were even a thing. In fact, I think Starlights were even a thing. So people are going to gravitate towards this. There's also the Rank 7 toolbox. Kashira plays with this from time to time, as well as other decks. Definitely a good grab to grab. I would probably pick up the Ultis more. I won't pick up many secrets, at least right now. And as for Snatch Steel, this is a good penny stock. You could pick up quite a bit of these. With that being said, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these 5 cards to have in your trade binder. Let me know what your favorite pick is and what I should be looking at next Market Watch or whatever else is a good pick, because I do have a Market Watch tomorrow unless they release the ban list, which Konami, please hurry the hell up. by the way, fun fact, if you made it to the end of the video, people are just spamming a horse puking in a gas station to every Konami thing because they're pissed off about this ban list. And I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy that the Yu-Gi-Oh community is being funny for once. It's very surprising. See you guys in the next video. Peace.